I'll go with fish. I'm in the mood for sushi. Yeah, dude! Sushi! Give me that lean tuna, that fatty tuna, and that ultra fatty tuna, and I'll gobble it up! Takumi, is something wrong? No. I have a feeling that the choice I just made changed my fate. Huh? All you did was say your favorite food. Aren't you maybe overthinking things? Probably. It's just... I'm pretty sure there were bigger decisions than this one. I'm on the verge of tears. What is this timeline? Sir Takumi, you're acting like a weird attention seeker. You're too easily influenced by manga. You of all people should not be talking.
Come on, let's get this ready. Otherwise, I'll slice you up instead of the sushi and put you on a conveyor belt.
Yes, I will ride a conveyor belt if I am ordered. Ava, no. Let's just get to it. I must just be imagining things. There's no way food could change my destiny. Day 48. Morning already. I pulled my slightly sluggish body upright and did a big stretch. Yesterday we had a sushi party and messed around for a while. After that, I went to my room and I must have fallen asleep. I never thought I'd see a dancing octopus with my own 2 eyes. Who knew anyone would want to eat one while it was moving? Anyway, what should I do to... Okay, that was an FBI knock. Is someone knocking at my door? Usually people ring my doorbell. What could it be? Should I answer? I hurriedly opened my door as it was being pounded on, and there I saw... Why didn't you ring my doorbell? Hakimaru? What's going on? Why are you muted? What is it? What's going on? I could tell he was trying desperately to tell me something, but I had no idea what. When I tried to tell him to hurry up and spit it out already, I noticed something unusual. No one can talk. Oh no! My voice was gone? My throat was vibrating and it should have been producing sound, but I couldn't hear myself at all. I see. Not that Takimaru just wasn't speaking. He couldn't speak even if he wanted to. When I looked at him again, I understood. His expression told me he could tell I'd realized. Takimaru pointed towards the stairs. He wanted me to follow him. I gave him a quick nod and went with him into the school. Is everybody muted? Is it because I chose sushi? We ended up in the cafeteria. After a short wait, the others started to gather around us, seemingly having realized our strange situation. What are you thinking about right now, dude? Somehow Gaku felt so loud even though I couldn't hear him. That must be what it means for someone to look obnoxious. Oh, she hit him. He must be annoying her. Someone suddenly tapped me on the shoulder as I looked on. Nozomi was looking at me with a worried expression on her face. I wanted to tell her things were okay, but I couldn't. Instead, I gave her a reassuring look and a firm nod. She nodded back with a small smile. It seemed like I'd gotten through to her. Time to learn sign language, y'all. But still, we were in a serious situation. Well, why couldn't any of us talk? I mulled it over until there was another tap to my shoulder. Whatever she'd said was definitely irritating. It was probably for the best I couldn't hear her. Next, something hit me in the head. Ouch! What now? I looked behind me to see Ema, standing holding a sketchbook. Why did he have that all of a sudden? On the sketchbook was a message. I brought pen and paper for everybody. Let's use this to talk. Then Ema and Kako gave out pens and paper to all of us. Oh, I see. We'll have to communicate by writing. Since none of us can speak, that probably is our best option. Okay, here we go. Get ready, it's round 1 of the game where nobody leaves until we all write the same thing. I'll start the meeting. And so we began our bizarre meeting where not one of us would speak a single word. It almost looked like the meeting was gonna go completely off the rails, but Hideko took charge and even Ema couldn't help but fall in line. Yoshika seemed incredibly shocked. Did she want to play Ema's game? First up, the situation. As of the morning of day 48, we've been unable to speak. Or rather, we can't hear our voices, not our own, nor others in conversation. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking, but I can't hear any sound. Anyone have any idea what might be happening? None here. Nothing. Nah.
No. Banana!
The other members shook their heads. Nobody seemed to know anything. I was just starting to feel anxious about the lack of information when... Thud. I like how it just says noise. Also, that wasn't me yelling for my mod banana. It was Star me actually saying banana. What was that? I turned to face the source of the loud noise and saw Yugamu. It seemed like he'd hit the table with all his might. Looks like that got everyone's attention.
You're only supposed to do that to slot machines and game controllers.
I wanted to tell her that you're not supposed to do that to game controllers either, but I just ignored her. I couldn't say anything anyway. Now we know something. We can hear sound, we just can't hear voices. Yugamu was right. I reacted to the sound of my door being knocked on. But why could we hear normal noises and not voices? What was the difference? Wait, let me amend that. There is one voice we can hear. As if on cue, and as if our meeting was being watched, we heard it. The sole voice that could reach us. That's a different bell.
Hello, this is an emergency broadcast.
Ah, that's why.
I need all Special Defense Unit members to come to the war room immediately. That is all.
Okay. Right, I heard the morning announcement. Why could we still hear C-Ray? At any rate, we needed to get to the war room. If anyone might know something, it would be him. Maybe. We all seem to have the same idea. All of us headed for the war room. Who goes there? Who dares disturb my slumber? What is it you've come for? Are you here to finally kill me? I'm just playing with you guys since you can't talk. I've been waiting. I felt impatient listening to him. Maybe I'd gotten used to always being able to get in my quips. Ray continued speaking. Odds are this is probably some kind of invader interference. Since early morning, a mysterious sound wave has been emanating from around the school. I suspect that's why you can't talk. The sound waves are creating a jamming effect on your voices, which makes it seem like they are gone. But an artificial voice like mine is immune. You should be able to hear the alarm too. Knowing we can hear the alarm is a bit of a relief. That means we can be ready for any enemy attacks at least. Is there any way we can counteract it? Oh, right, about that. Sumino, lend me a hand. I stepped forward curiously after he beckoned me. And, I'm Amiya. You take this. He handed Darumi a megaphone. Huh? A megaphone? Okay, now come up beside Sumino and put it right up to his ear. Yeah, just like that. Now then, repeat after me. No, wait, don't tell me.
Can you hear me?
Ow! Huh, you heard her. Looks like that's too loud to get jammed. I set it to max volume, so if you use it too many times, you might just pop an eardrum. Oh no. Anyway, this is your only option for now, so even though it's inconvenient, just try to power through. Sir Takumi is foaming at the mouth.
Are you okay, Takumi?
The written messages don't work on unconscious people. Oh, looks like that was too much for him. You guys be careful now. Despite someone worriedly shaking me, I blacked out completely. And while I was out...
An entire day?
Oh my god!
4 days?
I can still hear Siray's announcements as usual, but my memory is fragmented. Even after being carried to my room and waking up, my brain continued to feel like I was swaying in my skull. As a result, I couldn't get up until now. I'll knock some sense into Siray later. Right now, I want to know what happened after I passed out. I'll ask someone. I should see somebody if I go to the cafeteria, right? Right? Oh my god. He knocked me out with a sound wave for 4 days. What in the world is going on here? The scene in the cafeteria was completely incomprehensible to me. Why is she crying over a pair of glasses on the floor? I'm so confused. Yoshiko was bawling in front of a pair of glasses. Yugamu and Darumi were joining in her sadness. Joining? It looks like they're laughing at her. Nah, not exactly. They were probably just mocking her. Shoma approached me, perhaps noticing me watching in bewilderment. Good morning. Are you feeling better? Yeah, more or less. What's going on here? If you're okay with a disastrous, horrible explanation, I can do my best. Shoma was doing his self-deprecation thing as always, but I gave him a nod and he started his explanation. Hideko, it seems her glasses were her true form. How was that supposed to work? I wrote down my protest without even thinking about it. The full story is something like this. These glasses were left in the cafeteria. I suspected they're probably Hideko's, so I left a note next to them with Hideko's name on it so everyone would know. After seeing them, Kiyoshika came to the conclusion, Lady Hideko has been reduced to a mere pair of glasses. What a tragedy! Yeah, that about sums it up. I see. Darumi and Yugamu must have thought it would be funny to use the note to put this ridiculous notion in Kiyoshika's head. What is going on in this timeline? Upon looking closer, there was a scrap of paper that claimed Hideko had gone to fight the invaders alone and came back as nothing more than a pair of glasses. Characters with glasses are basically destined to get teased and told their glasses represent their true selves, but I never thought it would happen to Hideko. As all of this was going on, Hideko made a nonchalant entrance. I forgot my glasses.
Oh, they're here.
Immediately after Darumi handed Hideko her glasses, Yoshika clung to Hideko. I couldn't hear her, but I had a feeling she was telling Hideko she was glad she was okay after all. Meanwhile, Yugamu and Darumi slipped away as if nothing had happened. Hideko came over to me, dragging Kiyoshika along with her. How's your physical condition? I'm fine. Is your true form okay? What? Forget about it. What happened after I passed out yesterday? Oh, honey, you've been passed out for 4 days. I have a message from C-Ray. He's gonna ask you to gather materials as soon as we can prepare our countermeasures. Our countermeasures? Until then, we're all to prepare for defensive battles. That's all I have to tell you. I'm off now. After relaying that simple message, Hideko took off, with Yoshika still attached to her. I ate a quick breakfast and went back to my room. It was hard to get things done when nobody could hear each other. I hope C-Ray comes up with a countermeasure soon. For now, all I can do is wait. I'll wait it out as I ready up for the defensive battle. Time again, huh? Feels like the day just flew by. Yeah, we kind of stayed in bed. Maybe since we couldn't talk, it felt like time was literally silently passing me by. Anyway, there's nothing left for me to do today. I'll just get some sleep. I slowly crawled into bed and let myself drift off. Day 53. It's morning again. Off to the cafeteria, even though I know I won't be able to talk to anyone. It'll be a one-way conversation because Siray's in there. There you are, Sumino. Did you get my message? Then, as team leader of the Special Defense Unit, I need you to grab the materials I need for our countermeasure. ASAP. I'm gonna need a rigid PCB, an aluminum sheet, and vegetable resin. I'm busy getting it ready, so I can't help, but you should be able to get everything within 3 to 4 days.
Hey.
Hop to it. Collect like your life depends on it. With that, Siray was gone. What a jerk. He just made his demands and left because he knows I can't talk back. I'd wanted to ask him if I was allowed to say no, but it was too late now. A rigid PCB, an aluminum sheet, and vegetable resin? We'll see if anyone wants to go and try and find some later. After eating breakfast in silence, I went back to my room. Literal silence. Well, I better start getting those materials right away. He told me he wanted me to collect everything within 3 or 4 days. He must be making some kind of weapon to undermine the enemy's jamming capabilities. It was a rigid PCB, an aluminum sheet, and vegetable resin. Interesting shopping list.
Move out!
Down. Okay. Four. And then 2. Back from exploring, I immediately lay in bed. Nice. I wanted to get everything I was asked. I managed to get everything I was asked for today. That was surprisingly easy. But, am I wiped? I should get to sleep right now. Right away. I soon fell asleep. Day 54. Morning again. I'll fuel up in the cafeteria. What is she eating? Everyone ate in silence. Oh, everyone's eating breakfast. Not only can we not hear each other, but we can't use our sketchbooks while we're eating, so there's nothing we can do. What do you mean? Oh, because they probably use their chopsticks with the same hand that they used to write. But I felt uncomfortable. I wanted it to be over quickly. Mind you, chopsticks aside, I also eat with a fork with my right hand, and I'm right-handed, so I guess it would be awkward to, like, eat into your food and then write at the same time. Might as well just eat in silence. I finished an awkward breakfast and decided to go back to my room. Now then, I'm all done collecting materials, so I guess I should prepare for the next defensive battle. Back in my room, I went straight to bed for yet another night. I'm done collecting the materials, so I should be able to sleep easy tonight. I closed my eyes and surrendered my consciousness until I was asleep. Day 55. Now then, I'm all done collecting materials, so I guess I should prepare for the next defensive battle. We're gonna go for another quick exploration. Hi? Don't scare me like that. Sabino, how's it going? Did you manage to collect what I asked for? I gave a hearty nod and handed over everything I collected to Saray. Ooh, I knew you could do it. Now I can work on our countermeasure. This countermeasure must be some kind of weapon that can cut through the jamming interfering with our voices, right? I wanted to confirm this with him, but as I was writing in my sketchbook,
Hey.
I'm off to do the D part of R&D. Just hold out a little longer. Saray scurried off. This is so inconvenient. I hope this gets resolved sooner rather than later. Deciding to leave the rest in Saray's hands, I decided to go to sleep. Day 56. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria today. I shouldn't skip out on going too much. The moment I set foot in the cafeteria, Tsubasa came thundering over to me, sketchbook in hand. Do you know where Kako is? Kako? I shook my head to tell Tsubasa I hadn't seen her. Kako's been holding on the tools I lent her. Kako's been holding on to the tools I lent her. Could you tell her I was looking for her if you see her? Tsubasa then left the cafeteria. It looked like she was gonna go look for Kako. Oh, right. We can't call out without our voices, so looking for someone isn't all that easy. Maybe I should look for her after breakfast, too. I'll ask if anyone's seen her. After devouring a meal in the quiet cafeteria, I decided to get started right away. Like, do I just ask them? It's not like they can talk to me. I mean, we can write. Mako. I passed her before I got here, but I'm not sure where she went after that. She wanted to see the situation outside, so perhaps she's in a room that has a window facing the outside. Maybe. Kako. Sorry, I haven't seen her. You went out of your way to ask me, and yet I completely failed you like the trash I am. I apologize. Miss Tsukumo? Apologies, I have not seen her. And since I did not see her while I was cleaning the first floor this morning, I do not believe she is there. So she's not on the first floor. Huh? Kako? I saw her going down the stairs on the third floor. I don't know where she went after that, but she's probably on the first or second floor. So, second floor, I'm assuming a classroom. There's a classroom. There she is. I'm a good detective. There she is, Kako. She's looking out the window. What is she looking at? I knocked on the classroom door and Kako turned to look at me. Tsubasa's looking for you. What are you doing out here?
Takumi, what do you think's going on with that?
That? She was pointing at something outside. I peered out the window in the direction of Kaku's finger. Oh no. What are they doing? That's actually his speech bubble, but I'm thinking the exact same thing. There was a group of 4 people doing something strange. Takemaru and Ima were doing something like gymnastics. Nozomi was leaping up and down. Moko was posing or something. It looks like they're trying to tell us something. What do you think it is? Trying to tell us something? What could it possibly be? Are Takemaru and Ima trying to spell something? What even is that? Maybe Nozomi is supposed to be a circle. I feel like I understand that much. Moko, all I can see is how ripped she is. I guess this means... I guess I should just go and ask them. I gave up on trying to figure it out by myself. Tsubasa's looking for you, so you should go see her. I'll tell you what this is all about later.
Alright.
I parted ways with Kako and headed to the schoolyard. What are they doing? The moment I arrived in the schoolyard, the four of them ran up to me. Thank goodness you came, Takumi. Did you get our message? No. Not at all. When I asked them what was going on, it turned out my guess that they were spelling something was right on the money. Apparently, they were trying to spell out SOS. You know, I thought SOS, but then I'm like, Moko is not making an S. It's like, it almost looks like a Y. I still didn't get it. How was what Moko was doing supposed to look like an S? More importantly, SOS? Did something happen? I hurriedly scribbled down my question and Moko immediately responded in hers.
I think I saw an invader in the schoolyard.
What? An invader? I expressed my great shock with my face.
I wanted to tell someone as soon as possible, so I sent a signal to Nozomi, who happened to be looking outside.
I had no idea what she was trying to say, so I just came out to the schoolyard. Then we both tried to communicate to Takemaru and Ima when they saw us. But we had no idea what they were trying to say, so we just went and asked. We came all the way down to the schoolyard. Hey, me too. Then we got so worked up, we decided we had to join in and spread the word. We requested help from Kako because she was in the classroom. I was so sure if anyone would understand, it would be Sister Dearest. The same thing that happened to me happened to everyone else, but that's not the issue here. So what happened with the invader? Moko moved her pen across the page with an embarrassed look on her face. I guess I saw things wrong. I checked and it was just some garbage. What the hell? Sorry for dragging you out here. It's fine. It can happen. The real problem was that we couldn't communicate with each other. That's why this wild goose chase happened. We really need Saray to finish his countermeasures as soon as possible. After finding out all the commotion was for nothing, I dejectedly retreated to my room. Is Saray still not done? When will this countermeasure of his be ready? I couldn't help dwelling on it, but I also couldn't ignore my duty to prepare for a defensive battle. I'd better just get myself ready. In the end, I never heard anything from Saray. I guess he's not done yet. I sure hope it'll be done by tomorrow. I held on to a faint hope as I crawled into bed. Day 57. Morning again. I better go to the cafeteria as usual. Or not. Fighting without our voices is going to be very interesting.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Invaders? But we still haven't dealt with being unable to hear each other. I guess war doesn't wait. For now, I better hurry to the war room. You're all here! You ready to go, right? Oh, right. None of you could speak, so I guess it's up to me to do the talking. I could see everyone drop their shoulders dejectedly.
No.
Then I could just cut right to the chase. You need to destroy and kill those invaders for the sake of humanity's future. That's all. Simple as best, am I right?
Hooray!
Then let's get right to it. Initiate defensive battle. Everyone seemed to have something they wanted to say, but I couldn't tell what. Worrying about it will just make me lose focus. I need to ignore it and fight.
Here I come.
I was trying to tell them that all that was left to do was finish it off, but of course, no one could hear me. Enough already. Time to end this. Our battle behind us, we returned to the war room completely exhausted. Fighting without being able to hear each other was harder than I ever would have imagined. Great work, everybody. You're all looking rather gaunt. Did you burn a lot of calories? Fighting might feel harder than usual since you can't hear each other to coordinate. I need to quickly put together this countermeasure so we can move past this. So, I'll get right to work then. Everyone, please lend me your support and, actually, nah, you should get some rest. I'll give you the details tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
You're dismissed. Even Sir Ray must have noticed we were tired. We all returned to our rooms. I must have been more exhausted than I thought because I fell asleep as soon as I flopped into bed. Yikes. Day 58. Oh, that is an ad hoc announcement.
Hello, this is an emergency broadcast.
Why?
I have a present for you today, soldiers. Come to the war room immediately.
We like gifts. Maybe.
That is all.
This morning, I awoke to the sound of an emergency broadcast instead of the usual morning announcement. I rubbed my sleepy eyes and looked at the clock. It looked like I'd overslept just a little. What does he mean by present anyway? He wants us to meet in the war room, I guess. To the war room. Okay, that's everyone. Without further ado, I wish to make an announcement about my solution for the communication woes plaguing you. Oh, finally. I leaned forward excitedly. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I could practically hear everybody deflating.
Oh.
Well, the enemy's sonic attack was more powerful than I thought, so I gave up quickly. You know, I would prefer to spend my time on something more meaningful rather than something difficult. This is just a little communication hiccup. Nothing the special defense unit can't handle. I could tell at Takemaru's expression that he was asking for permission to start punching. Honestly, just go for it, man.
Nah!
Hold on now. That's why I readied a present for you. A present? It took blood, sweat, and tears to make this, okay? But this felt like this is the best solution. Well, I've now created extra work for myself as I'll have to manage these going forward, but you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, I guess. Okay, I can see someone tapping their foot impatiently, so get ready for the reveal. Ta-da! Sensing that Kurata was about to throttle him, Ray finally pulled out his gift. Is that a smartphone? This is what we call a tablet. A cursed communication-based weapon that once destroyed familial conversation. Oh, come on, that's a biased way to put it. Although, I guess it depends on the family. Ava handed out the devious weapons to all of us. The tablet was set up for chatting and entering messages using handwritten input. It was a big step up from hauling pen and paper everywhere. To whoever wrote, why wouldn't you just give these out from the start? It's not that easy. Who are you trying to convince? I immediately sent my retort through my device, but Sirei just ignored it and continued on. The school isn't set up to get wireless signals, so I really had to agonize just to set up basic sending and receiving. And I have to constantly monitor the network to keep it running. It'd be a total disaster if the enemy managed to intercept it after all. But drastic times call for drastic measures. I figured I could run it for a week or so on a special trial basis.
We can only use it for a week? Shortest lived app ever!
No more complaints, thank you. It's not easy running a social media app. Also, you! Don't you dare try to reverse engineer it or mod it. Anyway, you can do whatever you want with them for a week. I'm going back to work. Toodles! And with that, the Ray practically fled from the war room and avoided being heckled. Well, since we got him, let's use him. Yeah, thread explaining the legendary Moko Majiro's Dark Sorcery arc. Pardon? Page 1 of 564? Okay.
So scary.
A worm like me should not be allowed to chat. I'm gonna delete my account.
Okay, bye!
Are you having fun, Sister Dearest? After that, we all had fun chatting together. Despite everything, everybody seemed to be obsessed with their gift. I went back to my room, still exhausted from yesterday's defensive battle. I decided to get some solid rest in my room for the rest of the day. Oh no, he gave all his soldiers smartphones. I'm gonna head to the cafeteria. I typed out my thoughts on my device, even though it was unlikely anyone was looking. This device definitely isn't going to bring happiness to me. Absolutely not. Why are you blushing and what does that mean? Good morning, Takumi. Huh? Oh. Morning. This device is pretty handy. Once you get used to it, you can type as fast as you talk. True. What happened to her old-fashioned way of talking? Does her personality change over text? This would be perfect if it could just read out whatever we typed. Don't you think, Holy Jumanji Sword? This doesn't feel right. Bro, this stupid thing doesn't even have any games. What the hell? Stop typing like that. I wish Saray put games on it. This guy isn't even double checking what he's typing. Is anyone hungry? I will bring you something if you order me to. She doesn't know she's not supposed to use all caps. It's hard to read. I can't get used to this. Everything feels off. She took the words right out of my mouth. Or fingers. After finishing breakfast over an awkward chat, I went back to my room. What should I do today? We just had a defensive battle, so I'd like to believe the enemy won't attack us again anytime soon, but I can't make assumptions like that. I need to do whatever I can. Another uneventful day has passed. There's nothing to do at this hour, so I'll just take it easy. I laid down in my bed and fell into a deep sleep within a few minutes. Day 60. We're past the halfway point. Today is day 60. Yeah, it's my second go around of day 60, but everything's completely different from last time. Most importantly, everyone has made it this far unharmed. Aside from Eito, that is. I need to stop thinking about him. I did what was necessary. Anyway, I'd better eat breakfast in the cafeteria and then get moving. I spent another morning chatting in the cafeteria as I ate, then set off to do what I needed for the day. That's day 60 done. We're getting closer and closer to day 100, but are we going to be stuck like this until then? Completely unable to hear each other? I don't want to think about it. I'll just get to sleep. I shut down my thoughts and forced myself to fall asleep. I wonder if we can hear Ghost Boy's voice. Day 61. Well, time to get up. I can't just dwell on the fact we can't talk. I need to prepare for a defensive battle. Our goal is to survive the next 100 days together. Okay, I'll get some breakfast and then get started. I spent another morning chatting in the cafeteria as I ate, then got started with my preparations. Another day without incident. I got nothing left to do now, so I'll just hit the sack. I closed my eyes and began to drift off, but just then... What's that? I see a bright light. Sensing some kind of light, I opened my sleepy eyes. My tablet was lit up. I'd gotten a message. From... Darumi. Huh.
This is a message from the Dark Lord Satan?
But it's from Darumi.
If you don't send this message to 5 people within 2 days of seeing this, you will be cursed forever.
Oh, no, not chainmails.
Please fill out the survey below with your information if you want to know more about my demonic curse.
It's spam. It's phishing. Stop it. Don't do it. I ignored it and went to bed. Good. Day 62. What was with that message yesterday anyway? Within 2 days? Not a lot of time. That only gives me until the night of day 63. It was probably just a prank anyway. I'll just go to the cafeteria and ask Darumi if I see her. Oh, why am I walking? I could teleport. Darumi's here. Once I spotted her in the cafeteria, I tapped out a message on my tablet as I walked up to her. Darumi, what was that all about yesterday?
What?
The message you sent in the middle of the night? The message from Satan?
What did it say?
She's the one who sent it. How doesn't she know? Irritated, I typed out my message. Something about whoever sees the message and doesn't send it to 5 people within 2 days will get cursed.
Is that what I sent ya? I was messed up on sleep meds last night and suddenly I felt lonely. So I just decided to send out some messages to people. I don't remember it though.
What an absolute nuisance. Can you knock it off with the pranks? Not that anyone would ever fall for that.
The curse might be real, Takumi.
Huh?
You might really be cursed.
What are you talking about? I hurriedly responded, pressing her for more details.
When I was on those meds, it felt like someone was possessing my body. Someone who wasn't me was using my body to fulfill their desires. If they sent that message, then...
I was about to tell her to stop sending me scary messages, but just then... Hey, Darumi! I stood in the hall last night, just like the Dark Lord's message told me. I won't get cursed now, right? I ate a quick breakfast as I watched chat messages go by out of the corner of my eye. After that, I went back to my room to think. Anyway, Darumi was just messing with me. I shouldn't worry about that ridiculous message. I need to worry about getting ready for a defensive battle. There's no telling when the enemy might strike again.
When I was on those meds, it felt like someone was possessing my body. Someone who wasn't me was using my body to fulfill their desires. If they sent that message, then...
I must be the biggest moron in the world for worrying about this. What's my problem? I need to just get to bed. Shaking off my unnecessary thoughts, I gave myself over to shallow sleep. Day 63. I didn't really sleep too well. Maybe because I was worrying about absurd things. I better go to the cafeteria for now. I am starving. What the heck? We just had a defensive battle. My body went stiff at the sudden sound of the alarm.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
I need to get to the war room. We need to defend the school. I firmly reminded myself of our mission and started making my way to the war room. Okay, we're all here. Once again, I'm going to be the only one doing the talking here, but I've adapted the chat on the tablet device to improve the telecommunication capabilities. Seeing is believing, so let's get right to it.
Hooray!
Time to initiate a defensive battle.
Help me!
Oh no!
No!
Whoa, I can see the words.
That's right. I made it so you can visualize the chat.
Message is getting in my way. Can't see shit at all. We should avoid unnecessary chatter.
Yuppers!
Sister dearest, that includes your message. Forget that. What exactly is that sound? Are they talking? The enemy is trying to distract us. Maybe they're mounted speakers on the invaders.
Oh great, we're dying of stress over here because we can't talk and those monsters get to flap their gums all day.
Let us kill them. It's all cannon fodder. What a disappointment.
Oh my god, they let their guard down. Things are just getting started. There's no way that's the end of them.
Here they come! New enemy squad approaching!
Speak of the Dark Lord himself.
Let's go!
Damn, do they ever shut up? It's creeping me out. They're trying to confuse us. Ignore them and take them out. Is it over? There wasn't any commander. It was all minions. It is a shame we could not kill a commander. Well, we managed to pull through, so now we could finally take a breather. Or so I thought. Wait! I'm seeing some activity. There are still invaders left. All of us grew tense. It seemed the fight wasn't over yet. Takemaru! Behind that shadow, over there! Takemaru reacted swiftly, peering behind the shadow. Lurking there was... Thunk? Oh, he just laid it out flat. I was just starting to think about what a disappointment it was when... Ow. What the hell? Assaulted by the force of the sound, I covered my ears. The unpleasant noise went on for a while until finally... Is it over? It looked like it had finished without much incident.
That's all?
We can talk again!
Wait, what? I can hear you.
Oh, now that you mention it. Yeah, I can hear you too. It's true. We're back to normal. I can hear all of you again. Suddenly we realized we could hear each other's voices again after so long. Oh, thank God. I was worried we'd be stuck like that until day 100. Yippee! At last I can hear dear sister Dear's gorgeous voice. Yay! How'd you say that out loud? How did you say that out loud with the emote and everything? Forsooth, I can hear you all, and now I too can speak aloud.
How nice. Kiyoshika, you lost 80% of your worth when you lost your odd little accent.
Are you saying the way I speak is 80% of my personality? Seems like that invader was the reason you couldn't hear each other.
Woohoo!
But now that problem is solved. Woohoo! But the solution was far too simple. For how much trouble it gave us, it sure came to an end quickly. Nothing's better than an easy solution to our problems. This isn't a grind fest. And it's not a suspense or a mystery either, so there's no big denouement.
Well, whatever. It's all dealt with now.
Exactly. Now then, the invaders are all gone, so come on back. Yeah, alright. The defensive battle and our communication problem both came to a quick and unsatisfying end. We decided to rest for the day and went back to our rooms. No commanders, boo. Whew, what a relief to finally be able to talk again. Now we can finally talk normally. Feels good to be able to use my voice after so long. I guess this is goodbye for our tablets. We didn't even get to use them for a full week. I muttered to myself like I hadn't been able to in ages when suddenly my eyes locked onto a message. This is a message from the Dark Lord Satan. If you don't send this message to 5 people within 2 days of seeing this, you will be cursed forever. Oh, right. I only have until the end of the day. Well, who cares about it at this point? There's no way the curse is real. Wait, don't tell me I have to choose.